Happy race day, everybody. Back at Hickory Motor Speedway for week 10. Stay tuned for more updates after practice and qualifying. Alright, we just finished qualified P4. It was a decent lap. I drove into one a little bit too hard and got a little snug off of 4. And our RPM issue came back. So we were down about 100 RPMs. Working on that now to try to figure out what it is. Hopefully we can get that figured out before race time.
Safety lights are extinguished. Green flag is out. Bryson Ruff, Graham Holler coming to the stripe at Hickory. Two by two down the back straightaway now, trying to get into a single file train. Graham Holler peeks down to the inside of Bryson Ruff. These two guys trading paint back and forth for a few wins already this season, as Holler looks to try to get closer to the lead.
He's able to put a little fender on him, wasn't quite able to get underneath him, but that's the kind of racing you got to do if you want to get around Bryson Ruff here at Hickory. He's one of those guys who really knows how to work this racetrack. You got to really put a pressure on him to get around Bryson Ruff at Hickory.
Both of these drivers driving in hard into turns 3 and 4, sliding around just a little bit. As nightfall is here at Hickory Motor Speedway, no sunshine on this racetrack now, so it is a Saturday night knockdown drag out for bragging rights here in limited late models here at Hickory.
Yeah, Kel, you talk about the sun going down. We've talked so much about how the racetrack is changing. Well, for these guys, this is a completely different racetrack than they practice on and qualified on. They practice in 85-degree weather. The sun's beating down on the racetrack. It's hot and slick. They come out here in the race. It's getting dark. The track's cooling down a little bit. So that really throws a curveball at you as a race team on what kind of adjustments you need to make to your race car to be ready to go for this race in the dark.
The top two, still you can throw a piece of paper in between them and have it touch, as now he looks down to the inside. He may be able to get the fender on the inside of Bryson Ruff. Ruff will give him a little bit of room. Roll up the racetrack. They're into each other just a little bit at the exit of turn number 2, back down into 3.
Look at the 25 car now looking to the inside. Bryson Ruff not where he wants to be there on the outside. That's Graham Holler looking to the inside. Now he's kind of able to remain consistent there on that bottom line, and now he'll go to work off of turn number 2. They're side by side through 3 and 4. Graham Holler, Bryson Ruff.
Two multi-time winners in 2023 fighting for supremacy as they come across the stripe. Give that one to Bryson Ruff just a little bit as Ruff now goes on the back. It goes on the offensive, trying the crossover maneuver, not able to get back to the bumper. As they go back down to turn 3, wow, what a battle for the lead.
Yeah, great job at trying to attempt that crossover there. Couldn't quite get it to work, but that's the kind of things you got to do. You really got to be aggressive. I mean, this is a very short race compared to the 75-lap feature we just saw, so you really got to throw everything at it and really try to go for it. We've only got about 26 laps, 25 this time by, 25 laps to go in a 35-lap feature.
Great racing action just anywhere you look on the racetrack. Graham Holler, at least for the time being, been able to get around the Bryson Ruff machine. The battle for P3 heating up. That's a pair of Fords back there fighting for that. The GSX Wraps machine of Chase Janes and the number 30 of Jordan McGregor. Both of these drivers also tasting victory lane this season, looking to get back up to that point, as it's been a few weeks for both of these guys to find Heritage Finance victory lane. As lap number 13 goes on the board, we start to settle in here. It's going to separate the men from the boys. Again, as you heard my broadcast partner Bryson Davis speak to, it was almost 90 degrees here in the Catawba Valley when we qualified these limited late model cars, and you saw a lot of these guys struggling to keep the car underneath them over here in turns 3 and 4, which is the least main part of Hickory Motor Speedway down here. As we got a slow car on the racetrack, that's Billy Jack Lester over in turns 3 and 4. Looks like his night may be done as he is coming into the pit area. And unfortunate for Lester, as his night comes to a close, the hood going up on that car. Looks like he may have some sort of powertrain failure or powertrain problem.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. Anytime you've got to pull that thing in pit road, but you can definitely tell those last couple laps there was an issue there. So they're going to pull down pit road, try to assess that, and hopefully be able to get back out here and come back out onto the racetrack and get back into this one. But this one remains green. We have a long green flag running. It's not looking good for the 97 crew.
Unfortunate turn of events as they're still going to town on that thing. We'll try to get our pit reporter, Ashton Smythe, to get down there and see if she can find out what's happening, get us the nitty-gritty on that situation. Back up front, Graham Holler. I would say he had a good day picking tires out of the tire barn this afternoon. He and Bryson Ruff both fired off great, but he has gotten the better of that exchange, at least for the moment.
Yeah, he's able to get a couple of car lengths there on the 24 car, and that's good. It's pretty much smooth sailing for him. He's doesn't have to play a lot of defense right here. He's able to hit his marks through the corner and just really keep consistent lap times going, and he's doing that. As far as lap times are concerned, Graham Holler and Bryson Ruff both have the fastest times here tonight. 15:8.81 for Graham Holler, 15:9.24 for Bryson Ruff. So about a tenth separates their fastest lap. The last time by Graham Holler was 16:096. Bryson Ruff was 16:075. So you can see there just how similar those cars are. You can also see just a little bit of tire fall off that they had in a couple of tenths that they've lost going around the racetrack.
We've got Ashton Smythe down in the 97 pit where she looks to get an update as they try to put the hood back on that race car.
Yes, they are putting that hood back on the race car up in 97. Now we spoke to him earlier, and they were having some radiator issues, which caused him not to be able to qualify. The same thing happened. They were able to get that race car back out on the field.
Thank you so much, Ashton, for getting the speed down there for us on pit road. Great work by her tonight. 25 laps down, just 10 laps left to go to settle it here tonight.
What a green flag run we've had here tonight, right?
I'm surprised these guys were duking it out pretty hard in the opening laps, but it looks like now it's a two-horse race between the Graham Holler machine and Bryson Ruff.
These guys really just have some great long run setups, especially the 25 car. I mean, the 25 and the 24 are really running identical right now. They had about the same fall off in the lap time chart, and you can just really watch their lines. They're pretty much running the same lines. Other than Billy Jack Lester just now, they haven't had to work around any other lap traffic. So it's pretty interesting to see how similar these cars are, and it shows you a lot about their driving talent as well. As we come just down to about 7 to go, and we've been green the entire time.
You always seen a couple near misses of people almost wiping out because of the caution, but just haven't had that battle of attrition that we expected to see. A lot of times these limited late model guys banging around, ended up in the outside fence just as much or more than the late model guys. As as we come up on 5 laps to go, being shown by flagman Scott Herman atop the Garner Group flag stand. And if anybody's hoping it stays green in the last 5 laps, that's Graham Holler, where he has gotten about a 5-car length lead over Bryson Ruff. If Ruff's going to get there, he's going to have to do it in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to quite make it up to the 66 of Zach Wells in the next 4 laps, so he shouldn't have that issue of getting around him. I don't think Zach Wells would really let that spot go easy. He doesn't want to go a lap down. Zach Wells is another guy that's ran up front consistently this season, so it's a little interesting to see those guys run a little bit further towards the back tonight. But if Graham Holler can kind of keep that gap between him and hopefully not have to fight around it pretty good as we come up on 2 to go here, he should be in the clear and a smooth sailing through here.
Just 2 laps to go to settle this one here as Graham Holler comes up on some lap traffic. That's Zach Wells trying to put a lap down here at the end of the race. White flag is out. Just one more time around for Graham Holler, trying to put the finishing touches on a win here at Hickory Motor Speedway tonight. As he enters in turns 3 and 4 for the final time, Graham Holler will come away with the victory here in the Paramount Auto Group Limited Late Model Division, followed by Bryson Ruff, Crazy Train, Chase James, Jordan McGregor, and Trey Knipe will round out your top 5 finishers. We're going to go to a quick commercial break right here on Flow Sports, but don't go anywhere. We'll get it down trackside with Ashton Smythe here right after the break.
So we're back home here this Sunday afternoon, unloading the car. Had an okay race, started 4th, finished 4th. The car really wasn't as good as we wanted it to be. I think we fixed our problem getting into the corner and through the middle, but I just didn't have any forward bite, getting off really pretty much from the drop of the green. We were challenging for 3rd a little bit, and then as the race went on, forward bite got worse and worse. So Chase was able to pull away from us. The top 2 left us pretty much immediately from the start of the race. So gonna look at a few things here over the next couple weeks that we've got off. Try to find some forward bite and make sure we don't have any issues that are causing problems that we can't see. I know that the electrical issues we've had the past couple weeks, I think we've got it fixed. I'm not 100% sure though. We changed the ignition switch right before the race and got our RPMs back, but I don't know if that was a fix or if everything cooling off was a fix. So gonna have to mess with that a little bit more. It's just past the midway point in the season, so we'll do a bunch of maintenance. Gonna pull the hubs off, go through all of that. Gonna pull the rear end out and probably have lockers changed and have it gone through again. Other than that, work on getting some rear grip and hopefully we'll be able to get out and test before we run again. I think July 8th is the next race. So we're gonna enjoy a couple weeks off and take a much needed break. Appreciate y'all coming out yesterday. For those of you that watched on Flow, appreciate that. Looking forward to, like I said, taking a break and working on it a little bit and coming back strong. We'll see y'all here in a couple weeks. Have a happy 4th of July.